Guys, welcome back. I'm recording this video a couple days late because I actually got paid. It's currently September 15th, so I do normally get paid the 15th and then the last day of the month, but because the 15th fell on a Monday, I got paid on overnight Friday to Saturday. Um, so I yeah, anyway, I'll just get started. Um, this is basically my paycheck that I got. Um, I just wanted to mention I'm so excited, even though I have, other stuff I'm working on, like paying off some debt and whatever, and savings funds. I did hit 40K invested in the past week or two. This is mostly, I've mentioned before, I think, but it's mostly due to my RSP matching. I get 6% match for my retirement fund from my employer. So that is usually like the biggest chunk. I don't really invest a huge amount right now due to the debt. Um, but it's nice that I can, invest 6% off my pre-tax paycheck and then my company matches it. So I can still kind of make some investing progress while I'm dealing with getting rid of my debt and saving up some emergency fund and sinking funds. The other thing that I just want to mention is I haven't shown my savings goal like plan in a while, so I think I'll do that in the next video. But just to quickly recap, um, actually I'll scroll down here. I have a few savings goals, and the first one, I guess I should have written it here maybe just for you guys, but my emergency fund, which once was at 10K at some point during the pandemic years, I just wanted to get it up to 5K right now. Um, Ideally, I would get it up to 10K again, but I have some other sort of more urgent, not more urgent, but pending like things I'm saving up for that are within the next year. So my whole savings plan right now, guys, is maybe I'll just write it here so it's like I'm a visual person. I feel like that would be helpful for me and you. Um, okay. So just to quickly explain, once the emergency fund gets up to 5K, I am saving for a tour. And the tour hasn't even been announced, but presumably it'll be announced around March or April of next year. Um, I actually think I might not have to travel for it, so they might do a show in my city. However, I'm trying to save up a buffer so that just on the off chance I need, and I'm saying need with quotations, because obviously I don't need to travel for a concert, but honestly, guys, I'm going to if I have to. So I just thought, like, let me be somewhat more responsible than usual, where I would just put, the travel amount and the ticket amount on my credit card, like at the time without having saved up anything for it. I was like, let me just save up 2K. Um, Maybe like 1500 would be more than enough as well, but just visually, I feel like let me try and visualize it as saving up 2K for that. Um, and then, but yeah, if it ends up having a date in my city, I could spend as little as like a few hundred and then have like a lot left over. So that wouldn't be the worst thing. I could always put the extra towards my debt. My debt. Um, and then travel savings, this is not like general travel savings, like for a big expensive trip. This is savings for my goal to move to a specific place next year, city. It is a place, I don't know why I'm being so vague, but for some reason I just feel like being vague about it for now. But let's just say it's a city on a different continent with a much lower cost of living than where I currently live now in Canada. And so things like food and transportation and things like that would be way cheaper. So if you're looking at my financial situation, like, why are you trying to go travel the world? It's not quite like that. I'm hoping to get a remote job. My job right now is hybrid, so I'm hoping to get a remote job. And I really want to go live in this place for anywhere between like 3 and 12 months. So this is the savings fund for that. I haven't talked about that in a couple videos, so I thought if you were a newer follower, I should just kind of mention it. So that's why these are kind of in this order. So my emergency fund, which I've now reached the goal for, is full, and now I will be contributing to these to each paycheck. Probably something along the lines of like 100 to this one, 500 to this one each paycheck, or something like that. Okay. Now I am going to cover some of my overspent categories. Just a heads up. Oh, that looks like a lot. Just a heads up that, for example, shopping. I started running this month, and I try not to do the thing where you get a new hobby and you buy a bunch of expensive accessories for it. But I did just need to test out a couple pairs of running shoes. So I chose companies that like Brooks and Hoka, where you can like order shoes and actually go run outside in them and still return them. So I have returned one already, which is reflected, but I'm trying to figure out what to do with the other one. So that this, just explaining why the shopping category is a bit high. For doctors and prescription, I went to the dentist on Friday. My insurance covered 80% of the cleaning costs, so I just had to pay $19.05, but I wasn't planned ahead. I'm not in a spot right now where I'm able to like plan it way in advance for these kind of things and like enter money for future months yet. I can't wait to get to that one day, but I just didn't even think about that I had this appointment, so I didn't put aside $20 or however much for that. Reimbursements, this is the category I think I told you guys, like miscellaneous stuff and reimbursements. If I split anything with a family member, I just enter their part in here as well, so I can kind of keep track of that. This is my birthday facial that I did last week. I used to go for facials like two times a year or whatever. I'm trying to like downsize, so I've been wanting to go for one since the spring, and every single month I was like, just wait until September, just wait until September. So finally, for my birthday last week, I went for a facial, and it was good. Not my favorite ever, but it was good. What else? This was probably a cream I bought. Eating out. Surprisingly, I know that might not seem low to some of you, but if you saw my last video, this is pretty low. So yeah. Okay, let me try and fund these underfunded. Jeez Louise, that takes up a lot of this money. Okay. So I really can't assign much, but guys, we're making some progress. I'm not gonna be able to pay off my entire credit card balance this period, but I will pay it off. My goal is definitely to have that back to zero, because I have been paying it off down to zero like every pay period, every 2 weeks. My goal is to pay it off by October 1st. I get paid next on like September 30th, so I'm just saying October 1st, but so with what's left, I will just add to a few categories here. Oh. Okay, I don't know what I did. I think I must have typed it wrong. Fitness classes. Yeah, so the reason this one is really high is I have a gym membership that is pretty cheap, like $40, but I do spin once a week at another place, and to kind of make it slightly more affordable, I buy class packs, and they had a big sale a couple weeks ago or whatever, so I bought 2 5-class packs. So those are gonna last me honestly, they might last me like the rest of the year. So I had to buy them at once, so that's the reason that is so high. I guess I have to cover that. Oh gosh, I'm so looking forward to getting to the point where I'm like going a little bit more ahead, you guys. Oh, one new piece of news. I did get confirmation from the debt consolidation, the consumer proposal place, that this number, which they had quoted me, but I wasn't sure that it was what was going to happen. That number is for sure confirmed. At least that's what they told me on the phone. I'm getting the paperwork next week. That will be the total. which means that my monthly amount will be $245. So every month that is going to be one of my highest priorities, along with like rent, phone bill, groceries, whatever, to just have that 245 set aside. Okay. I guess I'm going to cover fitness classes. So let's see. Okay. I definitely need to add to groceries. And yeah, I wish I could cover a little extra, guys. But I think it's going to be like groceries and eating out are always my biggest categories. So why don't I just add the rest here? Okay. And yeah, I will be making a payment to my credit card. I think I'm going to end it there for today. But yeah, onwards and upwards. I feel like I'm slightly getting the hang of YNAB a bit more now, but at the same time, like, I obviously have some spending areas that I need to take a look at. And like, for things like fitness classes, that's always going to be a part of my spending, because I do really find it important to keep doing that, and I actually struggle a little bit with like motivation. So when I find something that I actually want to do to stay fit or to get fit, it is kind of important to me. Like, I'm gonna try and find a way to make it work financially. So but yeah, I think I'll leave it there. But thanks so much for watching. Let me know how your month is going. Whether or not you use YNAB, just let me know how your month is going and what you're kind of feeling. I know there's something called like the Great, oh my gosh, it totally left my head. The Great, oh, a phrase. Okay, it was a phrase for like September to December, where it's like you realize that you're in the final 4 months of the year, and you're like, okay, this is, my financial goals or my fitness goals or whatever it is. Like, I have to make a plan to like achieve those by the end of the year, because I only have 4 months left, and I just like stay on track. So that's kind of, I'm trying to channel that a little bit. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of September, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.